Sorry, Gemini, I'm going to start again. I've just accidentally switched you off. Welcome back to the channel. It's Chrissy Sawyer here. Let's do your July reading. So we're going to start with the major arcana to reveal the main themes, how that's going to show up, what the challenge points are, potential outcomes, and then the guidance with a surrender card. And right out the gate, you're in world energy. This is the completion of a huge karmic cycle. It's the wrapping up of old ends. It's the stepping forward into the new. So you might be with some new thoughts or new dreams or just a real openness. You might also be staring into the void with this card. There are no other cards. This is the only card that flew out. And we'll see how the reading goes. But it looks like here and now you're in a big wrapping up. This card's been out loads for the July readings. I think I was talking a while ago about the karmic uplift that we're in, and this is kind of the birthing into the new. Your underlying card is the strength you're going to need to move through this. Great card, strength. Rightio. Okay, straight out. Oh, wow. All right. Let's look at how the world is going to show up in your world. How is that world energy? That one's come out slightly skew-wick. Let's see what that one wants to be. Any more cards for the world, please, for July for Geminis? Interesting energy. All right. Tons of ancestor energy in for the whole collective. Tons of ancestor energy. And the ancestors becoming a part of what's getting wrapped up. Old stories, storylines that you've taken responsibility for that no longer belong to you. And what I've been sensing into, Gemini, is such gratitude coming in from the field of ancestors. Because as we move through and complete our world cycles, we set them free. It's a symbiosis. It's absolutely beautiful. Even now, there's such gratitude coming in. I think I brought this energy in yesterday in the big read, the untaming of the shrew. And a palpable gratitude. And I guess the message there is it's going to show up in your world as if you're moving through some shadow and that feels some kind of way, know that you're not just doing this for yourself. This is a much bigger picture of what's getting completed here. And thank you. You know, if I pass that message on from the ancient ones to you, thank you. I get DNA with this card. I get rebirth with this card. I get healing, wisdom, Kundalini. And literally the rising up of the serpent. It's the rising up of, it's like a new expression that's kind of powerful and healing, and it can bite. What a mix of energy, powerful and healing, and it can bite. I might read the passages, just some words for the serpent. And what I get with this is okay, this is looking like having your school books marked. This is harvest and all that you've learned and all the ticks in the right places. It's the gathering up of, yeah, I want to say it's the gathering up also of the ancient selves. The gathering up of old wisdom, whatever you've been doing this last 6 to 12 months. Maybe feeling into new energies, exploring, learning, studying, reasoning. And the one that came out slightly sideways. Showing me a kid skidding onto the base plate. I don't know what it's called. In a game of baseball? Rounders. Just arriving on that last base plate on its arse. Fantastic. Skidding in, great big cloud of dust, waving your bat in the air. And for some reason, these two want to come together. That makes the energy more intense when I bring those two together. But what I do want to do is just want to read into the serpent. Yeah. The serpent is the life force of Mother Earth. The coiled serpent of the Kundalini brings passion, healing, and renewal. This is sacral chakra. She offers us the fruit of the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden. So this is ancient wisdom. Reminds us to shed the past the way she sheds her tired old skin. And that might be to do with the adapted child, shedding that old skin to release the poignancy and the truth of that inner child. The serpent comes to offer you forbidden fruit that will set your passion and creativity free. Yeah. I literally guided someone who was strong enough this week to run towards conflict. Because why? That will give them an opportunity to use the voice. Okay, to really use that voice in that poignancy, that pointed arrow of truth. The serpent power of Kundalini is stirring within your chakras, gently asking you to embrace its mystery. Shedding the old skin that you have been so attached to and welcoming the vulnerable pink underbelly that will bring you a fresh experience of your life. So you might be feeling a little bit vulnerable in that. And that's what we're all being moved into, how our relationship with vulnerability has shaped us in our avoidance of it, in the overstimulation of bravado and ego. Vulnerability is a strong strength, powerful strength. Your passion and sexuality are awakening, and this can be scary. Trust the wisdom of the serpent to transform your sensual energies into beautiful, original manifestation. And the shadow energy, the shadow expression of this, it's when you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with great drama. Indeed, that is something you want to avoid. Do not use your energies to seduce others or allow yourself to be seduced even by your own ideal. Okay. And I just want to feel into the gatherer. Yeah, it's that harvest. Before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. What an energy. The gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. So check your perspective. And it's about gratitude as well. It's about having a look around you through maybe less scarcity to see the abundance truly that surrounds you. The gatherer is the provider, the forager, and the gardener who collects roots and veg for the long winter. When game is scarce, she does not hoard, she trusts the bounty. It's Empress energy. Yeah, so it's inviting you to look at the resources you already have. One strong resource for a Gemini is communication. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde now, and the voice has an opportunity to get rebirthed and to really open up in a different way. All right? And the underlying energy. And maybe when you're looking to gain a fresh perspective on what genuinely is your abundance, you'll do that by going within. All right. Bring that child energy. That's how it's going to show up in the world. The completion of your world cycle is going to show up as new opportunities to be vocally brave and true. I've been talking a lot about where is your true north, and in that moment of deciding what you're going to say, are you speaking that true north that comes in just like that, or is that getting adapted and fixed and distorted in some way so that you can be polite, nice, kind? Have a look at that. Let's look at what the challenge point is going to be for Gemini, please. I'm just going to take the first one of those. Wow. Wow. This is about allowing your spirit to guide you. So we're back into the unknown, building the new, melting the masks that I've just been speaking about, you know, the old mask of the child, the people pleaser, the parentified child, the child that takes on other people's responsibility. That's all in the field at the moment. Gaslighting is in the field at the moment. And letting that inner light shine to reveal your beauty, true beauty. And that's coming through on the challenge. Yeah. There's also a note there to let go of expectations around certain outcomes, because gems, you can be a bit logical, rational, trying to figure stuff out. And I think you're going to find the strength in the unknown. This is kind of Garden of Eden, it's ancient energy. Yeah. All right. Let's look at some potential outcomes for Gemini as they rebirth their inner child. Yeah, that's coming in with the challenge of melting that mask, is repairing that veil. So, you know, a lot of us live behind one or many egoic veils that are basically built to make it look like we can cope in the world. And sometimes, well, we just can't, and that's it. And again, this is coming in on the energy of 9, which is a wrapping up completion number. before disappearing into the void to get birthed out again in that one shard of light energy. And I want to just, I want to pull a couple more. Show me another potential outcome, please, for Gemini. No. I'll be from this deck. Let's choose. You get a special deck. Everybody else has had the same decks. Let's do Animal Oracle card. Oh, these feel so lovely today. Can I have an Animal Oracle card, please, for Gemini for July? Gemini, July. Quiet, isn't it? It's very quiet. This is a very quick read. What a perfect Gemini card. Remember that message about attachment to outcome? Well, this and that are true. And for me, this speaks, well, it speaks into the joy of being a dolphin. Look at all this pink heart energy, 20 goddess energy. It's just beautiful. But speaking into the law of polarity, which is if there's a no, I can't, there's also the polar opposite, which is yes, I can. And finding the happy balance in that is what will release you from the extreme of that particular energy. So yeah, it's looking like quite a quiet inward journey to really acknowledge how far you've come, to really acknowledge what your gifts are, how your inner child is feeling and doing and acting in the world, how that voice of expression is acting in the world. It feels like an audit. Somebody else got this, and a time to just sit and audit how you're completing this big world cycle before moving into full energy. It feels very still. And I'm noticing in me there's like this overreaching need to give you more. And that's one of the things that's getting challenged in the system. But just instead to let it be. It's harvest time, so get ready to harvest. This and that are true. All right. What can Gemini surrender to, please, in July? What can Gemini surrender to in July? All right. There's a lovely message in here. There's a lovely challenge in here, actually, to audit your relationships. Because this is in the essence of the collective energy of there's some blind spots being exposed with all this moon energy. And the blind spot of, oh my God, I've supported that energy for years. And you know what? It always takes more than it gives. and this dawning realization of I've been feeding and I haven't been fed. And there's an internal question again around how I feed myself. That's a big question. You know, we're talking about gatherer energy and recognizing the abundance of who and what you are and who and what you're surrounded by, then surely that comes into question, calls into question where you do actually receive support and love in real time. And that might ask some bigger questions. Do you allow the love and support of others in? Do you allow it into the heart to change you and alter you? Or do you try and handle everything yourself? How do you take the pressure off yourself? How do you nurture yourself? It's a great question for July. How do you nurture yourself? Can't make this up. This is so strong in the system at the moment. How do you speak your needs? Do you know what your needs are? How do you speak your needs and stay true to yourself? Again, we're talking about the expression. How do you vocalize what you need? That might be a really good point of focus for you, Geminis, for July. How do you speak your need? How do I speak my need? And how do I stay true to myself without adapting? How much personal energy do you give to making other people happy, or insert words here? So lots of healing energy there for you, Gemini. And it feels slow and soft. I don't know what it's like for you to be in a slow, soft energy. But if me saying those words makes you feel kind of, have a look at that. Have a look at that. Because in the learning to manifest from the right feminine, so rather than going straight to solution, this is the issue, this is the solution, that's left brain, right? That's rational. The feminine way really is to just really deeply examine what this bit is first. And then the middle bit is to feel it. Right, is to feel it. Gemini's mind. So you might have a habit of thinking your way out of feeling, but this is pointing you inwards. You know, inwards to healing, inwards to the serpent, inwards to the child, to complete that big journey, big journey. Beautiful, a lovely reading. Yeah. Very gentle, very still. Right, that's it. That is it. I'm going to leave you with that, Gemini, and yeah, just rest softly into yourself. Be deeply within yourself. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you feel moved to do so. I love comments. Yeah, lots of love. Happy July. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.